Let thebeardstruggle.com cream all over your beard.
What?
With the Beard Struggle's all-new beard cream.
Oh, thank God.
Now everybody can get nice and creamy.
I think what he means to say is that with ingredients like glycerin and shea butter, avocado, and jojoba oils, it's perfect for everyone, anytime.
Night, day, hot, cold. You're gonna get that cream.
Okay. And hydrolonic acid ensures deep hydration without the grease for a long beard or just some scruff.
Creamy scruff without the grease.
Dude, gotta stop. And as always, use our exclusive discount code TORTURE19 and take up to 19% off at checkout.
Getting creamy and taking it off.
Okay, we need to end this. TheBeardStruggle.com. Do what's right for your beard. Do what's right for your face.
Sort your sexy, creamy fucking beard out.
Oh, boy. The subject of today's episode is something that for thousands of years was used to help people, whether it be to fuel a lamp, moisturize your skin, or to help cure that pesky constipation. It was never meant to be utilized for torment. But put in the wrong hands, I'm looking at you fascists, it would become just that. The bane of many a young child through the centuries, and even becoming synonymous with the idea of nasty-tasting medicine, it will become a feared tool to be used by those in power. Not with death or maiming, but with the humiliation of continuously shitting yourself. Today, we give you castor oil. I'm Kevin Young.
And I share a birthday with John Malkovich.
And this is torture.
Easy on torture. Yeah,
I almost share a birthday with
I thought you were going to say Dr. Pepper there for a minute. But,
No.
yeah.
Today we give you Arby's.
Yeah. Green beans.
Arby's gets way too much hate. Fuck all of you who hate on Arby's. I love Arby's to death. Arby's, if you want to sponsor us, we'll take your money.
Still don't know what you're talking about, but I know I looked up many pictures and I drooled. So
Everyone's, oh, it's not real roast. It is real roast beef. It's roast beef, and they make it and they shred it. It's fucking delicious. A big beef and cheddar. Oh my God! Come on, fuck.
yeah,
So
don't get me started now.
So good.
We're having me hungry.
I'm already hungry. Hey, well, where you go? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Starving.
Starving. Yeah.
Getting
a late start
for me
today.
some Arby's.
We should have both had, eaten by now and be sitting on our couches doing whatever, but I decided to sleep through my alarm.
Yeah. You left me sitting here recording all by myself. I should have kept recording.
He sat there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Waiting for me. When I got on, he already had cobwebs formed on his hat. He had to clean himself up real quick.
I was clean shaven when I first hit record, so...
Listen, I went to bed and I go, oh, I should set 2 alarms because sometimes, I turn it off and I go back to sleep. And I was like, nope, you know what? I'm ready to get recording. I'm excited to record. It's going to go off. I'm going to get up. And then I woke up and I had to use the bathroom, something horrible. I ran in there, came out, and I was like, oh, it's 2 hours past when I was supposed to be on.
And I'm sitting here like,
yeah.
I said 4. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but I didn't want to wake my wife up with that because 1, she'll sleep through. Even 2, she'll be okay with. But if I set that many, she's going to be rolling over, punching me in the face.
You see, the trick is to know how long your snooze lasts, right? So if like mine lasts 5 minutes, so if mine goes off at 10 and I hit snooze, it's going to go 5 past. So you set another one for 6 minutes past. So is that when you go to do the next snooze thing, then nearly immediately before you can fall back, it does it again.
Yeah.
And then you set extra ones in just to annoy your spouse.
Well, the problem with mine is that I can't just... I have to literally set an alarm for every alarm I want to go off, because if I just do the snooze, if I just say, well, I'll just hit the snooze and give myself a few more minutes, the snooze button and the turn off button are right next to one another. And when I'm half asleep, I'm not necessarily going to hit the right button. Like, if I go to turn it off and I accidentally hit snooze, that's fine. It can go off again and I'll turn it off. But if I expect to hit snooze and I turn it off, I'm fucked. So I have to actually set the alarm.
Oh, yeah.
And
so that's what I'm saying. I'm the exact same. I literally set 4. Don't rely on that snooze.
Usually I set 2, 5 minutes apart, and I just decided not to last night, and I slept right through. But you said it was good. Because
it worked out okay.
You had some issues yourself this morning.
Yeah, worked out fine.
Yeah.
So happy days.
Yeah. I was glad to get in here early before it starts getting incredibly hot outside. I think it's supposed to hit over 100 here today.
Well, yesterday here was horrible. Oh my God.
I think we're having a heat index of like 111 today or some shit like that.
It was raining here earlier. It's not now, but we needed it. We need a thunderstorm badly. So
the problem been here is that the rain has been doing nothing. It'll be in the high 90s. The rain will come through, and then it'll be in the mid 90s. But then the humidity jumps up 1 million degrees. Yeah, right now the humidity's at 88%.
Huh.
Yeah. It's
nice.
Swampy as fuck. So it's not been fun. I am ready for fall.
Yeah. As am I.
Listen, I'm an autumn girly. I love the fall and the Halloween stuff. That's just I'm a basic bitch and I'm fine with it. I'm also a big fan of winter and Christmas. So those are like the two sides of the coin of my personality. Is one side's autumn and Halloween, the other side's winter and Christmas. So,
yeah, all about the autumn.
Yeah,
it's 100%.
It's great. I love it.
I can't get something out of my head now because of our previous conversation.
What's that?
This casting thing.
Oh, yeah.
Something somebody had to look up.
For those of you who aren't listening to the pre-show, which, by the way, what are you doing? Go sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/torturepod, and get a week for free on our cult leader tier, and listen to the pre-show, because there's some good conversations that happen on the pre-show. Usually around either food, D&D, or horror movies, but Stephen King a lot too. But we're trying to fantasy cast the Dark Tower series, and who do you got? I'm guessing Susanna again?
No, I was just thinking he's kind of nearly already done the role in a certain sense, but he was so fucking good at it, and I've liked him in everything, is Ed Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He would be a good Roland. He would.
Yeah. There's a couple of people in that show that actually be good for a couple of different roles.
Yeah.
I think Ben Barnes did a good job of playing a dickhead. He could do,
Okay, we can't get down that rabbit hole again because we will.
No. I needed to look it up while it was on my brain.
I had to get that out, damn it. I just had to get it out.
That's exactly what it was,
All right, Dan, let's take you back to 1890s Africa. specifically the Congo Free State under the rule of King Leopold II of Belgium. You are an African laborer, and today you just aren't feeling it. You tell those supervising the extraction of wild rubber vines from the rainforest, that was the major part of the king's colonial economy. Yes, the rubber came from vines. That you don't feel well and that you don't think you'll be very productive that day. Now,
this ain't civil service, motherfucker.
I've been doing blue-collar jobs my whole life. Yeah. This is pretty standard. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do much today. Now, whether this is true or you're just trying to get out of hard manual labor doesn't really matter to the officials in charge. They treat you the same either way. Too sick to work? Well, we'll make sure of that. Kind of the whole, I'll give you a reason to cry mentality. You want a day off from work, you'll spend it being even more miserable. So they bring a cobalt blue glass bottle, an apothecary type bottle. Tall, slim, with a cork stopper. And on the side, printed onto the paper label, you read the words, Palm of Christ. They remove the cork, and you get a whiff of something earthy, with a faintly rancid, fatty odor. You begin to fight and struggle, trying to get away from the men that are holding you. They possibly hit and beat you into submission, maybe. They hold your head back and force your mouth open. They tilt the bottle over your mouth, and a thick, slow-flowing, pale yellow liquid creeps out.
Mountain Dew. Sorry, you said pale yellow, not fluorescent green, sorry.
Well, no, the bottle's green, but I mean, you could say that Mountain Dew's yellow.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, not pale yellow. It's very vibrant.
Yeah, it's like something you'd find in Fallout and not be surprised whatsoever.
Exactly. It's so vibrant of a yellow that you might not, maybe should drink it, but you do it anyway.
It's the color of my pee after nuclear battle has raged.
The taste is, quote, nauseatingly bland and intensely acrid, leaving a sharp...
Nauseatingly bland.
Yes, it's so bland it makes you want to... It tastes so much like Midwestern white cooking that you almost throw up. Leaving a sharp, burning scrape at the back of your throat, instantly triggering your gag reflex, but you aren't allowed to throw it back up. So the oil goes down your throat, anywhere from 8 to 16 fluid ounces of the stuff. That's generalizing, could be more, could be less. Probably not less. And then they leave you to it. And after an hour or two, you are in intense pain and shitting your ever-loving brains out. This was the torture of castor oil. This was the torture of eating lettuce in America right now.
And then they went on to be one of the most successful engine oil companies in the world.
Yeah.
Sponsoring motorsports worldwide.
Yeah. Castor oil is used in the production of a lot of those things. So, yeah, technically. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any documentation on what happened afterwards, if they made you work while crapping your pants, or if they gave you recovery time. I can't imagine they did much of either of those, but who knows? And this was mostly based off firsthand accounts, nothing documented, but that is just kind of the rumor as what happened. So what is castor oil? Well, I think, Dan, that our generation, at least here in the States, I'm not sure if it was a thing in Ireland or not, might be the last generation to have an intimate relationship with the stuff. I think I only took it once, if memory serves me right, and I'll die before I do it again. Did you ever have to take castor oil? Yeah, it was it really started going out of style by the time most elder millennials were born. Many of us still had to suffer the remedy. I believe my older brothers, they're like firm Gen X guys. They had to take it.
Okay.
It was prescribed by doctors to give to your kids if you had constipation. just like a tablespoon.
Cigarettes were also prescribed by doctors, so what do they know?
Yeah, you have ghosts in your bones, give them heroin about it. That was prescribed by doctors, too.
Oh, yeah.
So. Old ghosty bones. So by the time we came along, if I remember right, when I was very, very young, and the only reason I believe I remember it was because the taste was so wretched. But most people our age would have been the very, very last ones to experience that before more modern and just more safe, because you can easily take
before they
too
invented
much.
Calpol.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't have it over there. It's over here in the UK.
I didn't say that. I said,
to be fair, we do have pretty much nearly everything that.
It's all
there,
It's a lot of the same stuff, but you have that border that divides you. So you could proudly say that no, we're not with them. Thank you very much, officer.
Yes, exactly. Very much.
So castor oil, the stimulant laxative, skim moisturizer, hair hydrator, component in soap, brake fluid, paint, ink, nylon, and biodiesel manufacturing, has a history that goes back thousands of years. Derived from the Ricinus communis, or castor bean plant, it isn't actually a bean, it's a seed.
It's a communist. You just said it.
There are going to be a lot of communists in this, so it's fitting. Most likely originating in East Africa near what is now Ethiopia. It spread through Egypt, the Middle East, India, being cultivated around 6,000 years ago. Seeds have been found in tombs dating back around 4,000 BC, so Egyptians must have valued them quite a bit to want to be buried with them. Traditionally seen as a type of medicine, its first primary purpose was for fuel. Making a thick, slow-burning oil, it would be poured into lamps to produce a long-lasting flame. It's even possible that it was mixed with natron, a natural chemical compound of sodium salts, to produce a relatively smokeless lamp, allowing the Egyptians to paint inside tombs without coating the walls in soot. So keep that in mind the next time you're painting your walls.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of all that soot.
Castor oil.
Mix your castor oil with nitron.
It's just think there. So it was originally used for fuel, and then some idiot went, "Wonder what this tastes like."
Isn't that how it always works?
And then he's like, "This tastes like horrible. This tastes horrible. Must be medicine." So
you're like, I wonder what this stuff does. You taste some of it. It's like, this is disgusting. I'll never do that again. And then a half an hour later, he's shitting himself, and be like, "Well, this is the way to spend your day."
So it's like the Burger King chili cheese bites.
Something like
basically.
That. Yeah.
You don't know why. They taste disgusting and delicious all at the same time. You always want more, but then you end up paying for it.
But I mean, all the best inventions have been, things have been discovered by accident. I mean, look at penicillin. Left a sandwich out, got moldy, and then he's like, "I bet this could cure some stuff for some fucking reason." I don't know how it works. Louis Pasteur was a much smarter man than me. Look at all this green mold. I never have to worry about getting sick again.
Yeah. I remember that the next time I see it on the bathroom ceiling.
Yeah, no shit.
That's perfectly
I'll just scrape that off.
Yeah.
I got a cut on my wrist. I don't want it to get infected. I'll just scrape some of that off and rub it in there. And then you get some type of weird cancer and die. Because
I know. I won't, because I'll drink my castor oil and then I'll be fine.
There you go. You just shit it all out.
Yeah. Sort of. Big, deep black shit. Be fine.
Isn't that what Jenny McCarthy did to get her son to not have autism anymore or something like that? She gave him a bunch of like iodine or something, and he puked up a hairball, and then he didn't have autism anymore.
No, I don't know.
Something stupid.
What's he doing? Licking hairbrushes?
I don't know. She fits right in with the flat earthers we were talking about earlier. Now, it would take another 2,500 years before it really became a part of the medicinal world. The Ebris papyrus was one of the oldest surviving medical texts in history, contains several recipes using the plant, being prescribed as a laxative, a skin treatment, and a hair growth ingredient. The knowledge then spread through the ancient... There you go, Dan. Start taking your castor oil. Get that luscious hair back. That's what I've been doing to grow my beard back out since I had the shave.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've just been drinking castor oil and shitting my brains out.
Nice.
The knowledge then spread through the ancient world. Our old friend Herodotus, who we talked about in the last episode, wrote in 5th century BC, the Egyptians cultivated what they called kiki, explaining how they crushed, roasted, or boiled the seeds to obtain the oil, saying the product smelled unpleasant but worked well in lamps, which again, smells like shit. You can set it on fire. I don't know when people started drinking it. There's no documentation. Some guy's diary is like, well, I finally did it today. I finally bit the bullet and drank the lamp oil.
Look, we're a weird species, right? There's an awful lot of food and stuff that comes from fermenting things, which is whoever thought, hey, I have a lot of apples rotting there, better throw some sugar into that shit. Hey, that tastes nice. It's just...
It's obviously it's trial and error, which we'll see here in a minute about more trial and error. But that's all it is. We are a curious group, and we want to know what happens.
You know what? I'm going to start getting curious. I'm going to find out what happens when you fry chalk, and then I'm going to see then if I manage to filter that through some form of wacky weird filtration system with a boiler and stuff like this.
Yeah.
If I can invent some form of, I don't know, fuel or ammunition or some shit. I don't know what the hell's going to come out of it yet.
Well, it's like a pineapple.
Tune in next week to find out.
It's like a pineapple. It's like, who thought this sharp fruit would taste good? But I'm guessing that somebody threw a pineapple at somebody else. It split open, and they're like, hey.
And it landed on a pizza, and they're like,
that's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, you said, they just went around licking everything.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody out there just decided to just start eating everything and writing it down in a journal somewhere. No, even back then, seemingly all the cultures that used it understood that the oil was helpful, but the seed itself was deadly. The seed contained highly toxic protein called ricin. And if that word sounds familiar, you might be a fan of Breaking Bad.
Ooh, and almonds.
Yeah, because Walter uses ricin poison a couple times in that show.
Spoiler alert. But if you haven't seen it yet,
sort
your fucking life out.
Yeah, you're missing the best thing possibly ever. So you might think, well, there's a dangerous toxin in the seed, and you get the oil from the seed, so how does it not kill anyone? Well, ricin is water-soluble, not oil-soluble. So when the oil is manufactured, the ricin remains in the seed mash, leaving the oil essentially ricin-free. Now, this is something we know now. Obviously, they didn't know all that 3,000 or so years ago. Probably a lot of trial and error, kind of like mushrooms. I think of like mushrooms. Like, okay, we have a lot of these things growing around. We know some are tasty. We know some will kill you. We need to find out which is which.
Well, maybe that little jet black thing sitting there that looks evil might be the one that will kill you.
Just the most perfect thing in the world.
But that being said, I've seen some of them before, though, that do look like absolutely delicious looking, like nearly like morels, like, the real thick juicy ones. And apparently they're lethal as all hell. I was like, I would not be able to tell the difference between that and...
No, I can't. Yeah, the people who go out there and can tell the exact difference between two that look exactly alike baffles me. Like, you got that one, the quintessential mushroom with the red top with the white dots on it. You think of like the Super Mario style mushroom. Yeah. Those will apparently just make you like bleed from your eyeballs if you eat them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's wild that some of them are perfectly fine. You can eat them straight out of the ground, just wipe the dirt off of them. And others, it doesn't matter what you do with them. If you eat them, you will hallucinate.
They're the ones using happy cartoons all the time.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing.
Apparently there's one I saw. Now, again, you got to take this with a grain of salt because I saw it on social media, but it was through like a news source. Apparently there's one out there that if you eat them, you will hallucinate tiny people crawling around on your plate. Yes.
I'm going to Google this.
Yes. Tiny people mushroom. The little people mushroom refers to Lanmoa asiacta, a wild bottle fungus found in regions like southwest China and parts of Southeast Asia. Ingesting it undercooked causes Lilliputian hallucinations, where people vividly see hundreds of miniature elf-like humans or creatures moving about the environment.
How
like,
long
what
does
are
this
we
last?
doing?
How long does it last?
It does not say. How long does it last? Between 1 to 3 days.
Kevin, you're working a 4-day week, right?
I have a 3-day weekend. Hallucinations do not start immediately. They typically take 12 to 24 hours after ingestion. And the visions of tiny people commonly last 24 to 72 hours. Now, when they say tiny elf-like people, how big are we talking? Like, can I take a bunch and then the next day go to like a little people convention and just not know if anybody's real?
Little people convention.
I apologize if we have any little people that listen to this show, but I could not.
I'm just jealous that they have a convention.
Yeah. I say, I wish my type of people had a convention, but then I look at myself in this camera and I realize, oh, we do, and they're not good.
No.
Lots of white hoods, and I don't want to be a part of that one.
I was going to say, the ones that are usually behind bars. Is that what it is? But no. Out in the middle of fields, with fire burning in the shape of a cross.
Oh, shit, no, okay. So the little people, hallucinate figures, are typically reported between 1 and 12 inches tall. So.
I'm sorry, if I had some 1 foot motherfucker standing on top of my fucking plate, I'd be punching that.
Oh, yeah. You just your wife just walks into the room and it's you just standing in the middle of it.
Punch him
just swinging your fists and kicking. And she's like, Dan, what are you doing? And you're like, help me with the people, Allison.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. This might be the best conversation we've ever had.
God, little people.
That came out wrong. Not damn little people. Thank you, little people. Damn teeny tiny 1-inch people.
Oh, they're the ones I meant.
They knew. Hey, he's like, I said what I said, damn it. Now, the oil will remain a household remedy for the next
How
dozen.
small are they for little people?
Jesus
Are they small?
Christ. I don't know. I don't
Did
know.
the size change depending on your size?
Yeah, if you're a little person, do you see big people everywhere?
Oh my God.
Well,
technically they already do, but, you know, like, they don't need mushrooms for that.
That's true. The oil will remain a household remedy for the next dozen or so centuries, moving across the globe. Jesus fuck. Hold on. People listen to the radios going, get it together, Kevin. God damn it. You're professional.
Who the fuck's this?
Amateur hour?
Tune in the old AM FM. Get a torture podcast.
I would love to put out an AM FM show. That'd be fucking fantastic. Moving across the globe because becoming one of the most commonly prescribed laxatives in Europe and North America by the 18th and 19th century. Given to children for constipation, its awful taste became the subject of jokes, cartoons, and childhood horror stories. And by the 1900s, pretty much every house in the civilized world had a bottle in the medicine cabinet. Now, like we said earlier, King Leopold's officials probably used it to punish laborers that were too sick to work. And there are also reports from the British Raj in India of colonial officials forcing servants and laborers to take large doses as punishment for disobedience or perceived laziness. But accounts of these are pretty scattered and should be taken with a grain of salt. For more which a grain of salt might have helped the flavor. Who knows? Maybe season your castor oil.
That's
if you
true.
Make it. Yeah,
I'm assuming all diet pills had this shit in it at this stage.
it probably. That's what NyQuil's made out of halfway. It's like just castor oil and something to make you sleep.
Damn it, that's what I put into dinner last night.
That could be it. Maybe you
it wasn't olive oil. It's castor oil.
Yeah, I'm lubing up the pan.
I wonder why his taste is so disgustingly bland.
I'm trying to get a sear on this, and I'm using this new stuff called castor oil. I believe castor is a type of olive. I can't remember. But for a more substantiated claim, we leap forward to the early 1900s in Italy and Gabriele D'Annunzio. Occupation.
Say it with some flavor. Come on. D'Annunzio.
D'Annunzio's occupation of fume. Now, born in Pescara, Italy in 1863, D'Annunzio was one of Italy's most celebrated and scandalous literary figures in the latter part of the 19th century. He wrote, or the latter part of the 19th century. I'm sorry, I got confused there for a second. He wrote poetry, novels, and plays, cultivating an extravagant public persona, accumulated enormous debt and numerous affairs, and deliberately turned himself into something resembling a modern celebrity. He was also an intense Italian nationalist. And anytime you use the word nationalist, you know bad shit's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody should be that gung-ho about their nation. You just shouldn't. Now, when World War I began, old Gabe strongly advocated for the, up to that point, neutral Italy to enter the war against Austria-Hungary. When Italy finally did so in 1915, the now middle-aged D'Annunzio volunteered for military service. He participated in dangerous operations as an aviator, including the Bakar-Bakari raid and even the famous Flight over Vienna propaganda campaign. And he was seriously injured in an accident, resulting in the loss of sight in one eye. So by the time the war ended, he was somewhat of a national hero. And this would give him enormous influence over disgruntled Italian veterans. Yeah. Fume.
I can't think of anything funny to say about that.
And listen, that's you fought in the war. He wasn't like other celebrities who got into the military and then just used it as, a chance to make themselves bigger. He actually fought. He didn't do the John Wayne thing where he told everybody he did and then he hid. He actually fought. John Wayne was
George Washington on it.
Yeah.
Was it George fought?
Yeah. Well, of course George fought. He was a general. He led
exactly,
the George, yeah.
So, and I'm also assuming this guy just dropped pasta from his airplane and everybody like, come join the Italians. We have a spaghetti. It's just raining spaghetti. That's where the whole idea for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs came from.
Just noodles covered in some type of butter sauce because they hadn't done, hadn't perfected tomato sauce yet.
With that, I was going to say that's the original thing then. What you call it? What the fuck do you call it again?
Alfredo?
Alfredo, yeah.
We had that last night. That's why I put my roasted broccoli in. It's fucking delicious.
All right. I never made American Alfredo. I've made the normal one, but
it's so good. It's better.
I'm a purist.
So, sometimes sometimes the original purist route is not the way to go. It's phenomenal. Alfredo, I got it. Okay, we can't. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google Alfredo. You keep talking.
It's really hard to talk about
Italian
Italy
guys
without
pasta
bringing up food, but we're gonna try. Now, Fiume, now Rijeka, Croatia, belonged to Austria-Hungary before the events of World War I. After the state fell in 1918, it became a point of negotiation on who would then take control of the important Adriatic port, the Italians or the newly created Serb, Croat, Slovenian kingdom. And when talks clearly weren't going in Italy's favor, the Italian nationalists got, well, grumpy. Yeah, so really best way to put it. Like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, the way
Italian. They basically all sat in a room going like this. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people in a room
just staring at a wall, just going,
Yeah. We're doing the stereotypical Italian hand gestures here, people. It's people who you only hear us.
Go look at me. Go watch YouTube.
Oh, you shut up.
Shut up, your face. Now, the way old Gabe and the others saw it, they had sacrificed hundreds of thousands of Italians to win the war, and now the politicians and other foreign leaders were cheating Italy out of the territory they deserved. So old Gabe decided that if the politicians weren't going to do it, that he would just have to do it himself. On September 12th, 1919, he assembled a force mostly composed of nationalist volunteers and veterans, including members of the Arditi, the elite Italian wartime assault troop, and they marched towards Fiume. Supposedly, even some of the troops that were sent to stop him ended up joining him. Like, no, you can't go any further. Come with us. All right. What are you going to do? Yeah.
And thus they formed one of Italy's most prominent political parties, the Pizza Party.
This is what you get for doing such a good job. We give it a pizza.
We'll sit we would like around raises, the big round table.
Can we get a bonus? No, your bonus is the pizza. It's a one-time bonus. You eat it, and that's it. So by the time they reached Fiume, he had several thousand armed followers. The Allied troops occupying the city withdrew, and without even a battle, D'Annunzio claimed the city. Now, obviously, the Italian government did not recognize his claim and blockaded the city in an attempt to make him leave, which he didn't. Not long after, he started referring to himself as the Commandant, which if your leader gives himself some type of weird name, it's a red flag. That's
Please
red
tell me
flag
had funky
area.
trousers that flared out a little bit, and the old flight trout.
Yes.
He's walking around with a stick that he keeps under his arm.
Yeah, he walks around in the military uniform. He doesn't just wear it for specific reasons.
Sleeps in it.
That's Idi Amin all over again. Get the fuck out while you can before he tries to rape the Queen of England.
Christ.
Hey, did you know that the Torture Pod has merch? Yeah. Over at redbubble.com/people/torturepod, we have a whole bunch of different items that you can wear, adorn on your phone or your computer or your car to show your love for torture. We have Brazen Bull t-shirts. You can have the torture logo on a mug. Guild Array on Hat Day on a hat, if that's what you choose. Welcome to La Tumba shower curtains. I mean, literally, anything you want. iPhone cases with sort your fucking life out on them. I mean, how much better does it get? And remember, all Pride merch sold, profits go directly to the Trevor Project. So you're also helping people in the process of showing your love for the podcast. So go to redbubble.com/people/torturepod. And as all the kids these days say, get your fit on, bro. I don't know if that's what they say or not. I'm not cool. So he calls himself the Commandant and his followers the Legionaries. And he would deliver dramatic speeches, hold mass rallies, parades, produce uniforms, flags, songs, chants, and ceremonies, appearing before crowds, asking rhetorical questions, and having the crowd shout responses back to him, which is not how you're supposed to do it, because rhetorical questions don't need an answer. They answer themselves.
This is so our asshole who would have podcasts today. Fucking hate podcasters.
Podcasters, especially those goddamn
celebrity
ones. Now, this is a style of politics that would be employed and influenced by a future Italian dictator. Now, after a year, he proclaimed the Italian Regency of Cornaro with this weird constitution that I don't really get into, but it's got music embedded into it. Like, music is a huge part of how the Constitution and how the rules work there. It's fucking goofy.
All right. So like you can't cross the road without wheels on the bus playing kind of
something like
thing.
That, yeah. The music plays it. It's like things have to be sang and the music has to be played. It's weird. Go look it up. I don't get into it here because
kind of don't want to at the same time.
But it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. But behind all of it were the armed men that were tasked with enforcing D'Annunzio's authority. His legionaries are frequently credited with inventing the idea of using castor oil as a political punishment. And between the signing of the Constitution in September of 1920 and his downfall in January of 1921, the legionaries would go on a spree of violence against anyone that stood in D'Annunzio. Anyone stood against D'Annunzio or spread dissent amongst them. One of those ways was to use castor oil. Unfortunately, we don't have any names or dates of those that were punished. It was kind of one of those, we know you're doing it, but you can't prove who you do it to.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it wasn't observed and then copied. Enter the squadristi, violent fascist squads that would travel from town to town all over Italy, sometimes hundreds strong, attacking socialist headquarters, trade unions, newspapers, and cooperatives, beating organizers and forcing elected officials to resign. Now, if the word squadristi doesn't ring any bells, you might know them as their more famous name, the Blackshirts, because of their black
shirts.
Yes.
So inventive. So like the way there's a gang around here at one stage called like the White Sock Boys. Or something like that, and they tuck their trousers into their socks or some shit and they're all wearing white socks. Like yeah. So you don't mess with the White Sock Boys, yeah.
What is on Seinfeld, the Van Buren boys, because they're from Van Buren Street. You don't mess with the Van Buren boys.
It was a flight of Concord, it's a tough Bretts.
June of 1921.
Start a gang. That's it, Kevin. We're starting a gang.
But what would we call it?
I don't know. The Beardos.
The Beardos. For a second there, I had to leave the gang.
Yeah.
But I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back. Now, in June of 1921, around 700 of them attacked offices and labor organizations near Grosseto, Tuscany, subjecting socialists and communists to beatings and castor oil in the streets. Pretty straightforward procedure. The squad would seize the victim and force them to swallow large quantities of castor oil. Then they would be kept in custody, or worse, paraded around town while they waited for the laxative to take effect. Sometimes, according to certain accounts, tying the victim's pants so they couldn't remove them once the diarrhea began.
He zip tie the bottoms of the legs. Duct tape them up.
A wetsuit.
Yeah. We walk around with ballooned trousers.
The unfortunate soul then soiling themselves as being displayed for the public. The most famous story of which was the case of Marco Siriani, a trained lawyer that became heavily involved in the Catholic Democratic movement and organizations supporting the workers and immigrants. Served as a mayor of Spilimbergo and was elected to the Italian Chamber of Deputies in 1913. By 1921, he was associated with the reformist socialism and was campaigning for the
Are you seeing tiny people in front of you? Are you getting distracted?
I ate all these fucking mushrooms earlier, and now they're just getting in my fucking way. for the May parliamentary elections when the Blackshirts kidnapped them. They forced him to swallow 1 liter of castor oil, then forcing him to shit on his own speeches. Literally.
Nice.
Put the speech he was going to read for Parliament, put it under him, and just let it go. Then they tied him to the hood of an automobile and drove him around towns in Alto Furilli in northeast Italy. Then they shaved off half of his mustache and left him on the side of the road. And
thus was born Hitler.
Yeah.
So it is. Just left him with
apparently, somebody fucking with your mustache in Italy, at least at this point in time, was a pretty big, diss.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the worst yo mama joke you could get. It was bad. Because they took so much care.
Don't fuck with my mustache.
You don't fuck with an Italian's mustache. And this wasn't happening to a handful of famous politicians. Most of the victims were people whose names aren't remembered. Local union organizers, socialist officials, activists, journalists, and ordinary people who had gotten on the wrong side of the fascists. We don't know how many were given castor oil, and putting a number on it would be guesswork, but it was common enough that when scholar Giorgio Levi della Vita was attacked after the March on Rome in October 1922, the mass demonstration that ultimately resulted in the ascension of yet another man that deserves his own series, Benito Mussolini. He described what they gave him as almost casually the usual castor oil. Almost bored by it. Come up with something new, guy. What are you going to torture me with? What grand scheme will you use? Castor oil. Oh, that shit again? Jesus Christ. Come on, dude. I mean,
Sixth time this week.
That's so 1920. Come on, get with the times. There's got to be better stuff out there. Let's go.
And then he just walks in with a hammer. He's like, yep, okay.
Now, see, that's a classic. You're going with the classic. Yeah, I can respect the classic. Yeah. This thing, it's just played out. All right. It's like Frosted Tips. It's played out. Try something new.
Good old 2000s Frosted Tips, eh?
Now, like I said, there isn't a reliable number of how many people were subjected to it, but contemporary accounts make it clear that it was widespread enough that Italians knew exactly what was meant by the fascist purge. The treatment became so associated with the fascists that it acquired its own nickname, La Purga del Sovversivo, or the purge of the subversive, with a little play on words, because a lot of people were going to be purged while purging themselves.
Yeah.
See how it works? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Now, Mussolini's...
Purgeception.
This is the one purge movie I probably wouldn't watch.
You'd be scat, yeah. And this is how the sloppy joes invented.
Yeah, exactly. They're so good. Oh, I gave you that recipe. They're fucking delicious.
Yep.
Now, Mussolini's Blackshirts would roll into town and go into the homes or workplaces of opponents. The victims then dragged outside, beaten, abducted, and interrogated. Prisoners would be given large quantities of oil and would be kept around while the laxative took effect. Maybe the most Italian name in history, Giuseppe Scarellini, one of Italy's most prominent political cartoonists for Avanti, was attacked, forced to drink castor oil, and then ordered to leave town. Now, this wasn't on the order of Mussolini. He wasn't in the room somewhere screaming that they must make them shit themselves more. But it was kind of just do what you need to do to get the people in line. And they did. He didn't care that they were making them shit themselves.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, here's what I want you guys to do. Yeah. I heard a while back about this.
He just wants the results, not the methods. He don't give a shit.
Exactly. Goes into Fu Man. He makes everybody shit themselves. All right. I want to do that. No. He was just like, I don't give a fuck what you do to these ungrateful bitches that I'm trying to rule with an iron fist. You make them fall in line. And the Blackshirts are like, so shit's okay? And he's like, shit is fine. I don't fucking care. What part of this don't you want? Get out of my office. Go do your jobs. And they're all like, all right, shit's fine.
Cool.
That's how I envisioned it, though.
I was curious. You feel a bit more fresh now, the fact that you can we can tell a story about a certain group of people, and you can sit there and you can do the accent, and you don't worry about possibly
offending anybody,
getting removed from the entire internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because of one dude. One dude. That's why we can make fun of Germans with no problem. Because of one dude. And he wasn't even fucking German. He was Austrian. But he was so horrible that he made it to where we can make fun of all of you.
Yeah.
Me included.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
And
then the English is just like the entire history of them. Anyway. So why did
Let's not go down that road right now.
Why did they use castor oil? Well, there are plenty of other ways to get your point across rather than making everyone shit themselves. That's pretty easy.
That's hilarious, though.
It's the humiliation factor.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It was making the people feel small.
Say, look at this guy.
I've never shit like that before. There must be something wrong with you. How everybody feels when they're using a public toilet when they're little. Be like, I don't want anybody to hear me shit because then they'll know I'll shit. Somebody's going to be standing outside the door going, are you taking a shit? Who does that? Oh, he just farted while he's taking his shit. What a gross person. Yeah.
I did that at work one day. next was, here's nice. I was like, oh my God.
Luckily, I work at a place where everything that is around you stinks to high heaven already, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So you can just let them go. But yeah, it was the humiliation factor. It was making the people feel small. It was intimidation and showing a level of control that said, listen, we can do whatever we want just because we want to. And if somebody can make you shit on demand, I mean, they're in charge. They're in charge. There's nothing you can do.
Imagine if they took this method with Nanking at the time instead of
Don't
all the
bring
other
up
stuff.
Nanking.
It was like, it would be a very, very different story, and I think we would actually have found it really funny instead
Maybe.
of.
But something tells me they would have mixed that and what was already going on together, and then it just would have been just worse.
That would have been really.
Then it goes from to oh.
No.
Don't put that there. No. Now you got a bunch of other problems. Now, this didn't stay in Italy. There are records of the Nazis in 1933, once Hitler took over, rounding up communists and social democrats at the Zulmros and forcing them to drink castor oil before beating them with steel rods and belt buckles. The two don't feel like they go together. We're going to make you shit yourselves, but first, we're going to beat you with my belt. Like, who the fuck are you, my father?
So is the problem. So is the concept of Nazis having an issue with communism as well. Kind of, in some ways, kind of sounds weird.
Yeah.
You know?
We're the Nationalist Socialist Party, and we're going to round up all the socialists.
Yeah.
It's almost like
just...
it's almost people like they wanted you to think that they were socialists because it was a popular stance to take, but they really weren't.
Yeah.
They were nationalists and bad. So now there are also widespread uses in Spain and Greece, but before we get to that, let's talk about what one goes through after you're forced to drink mass quantities of castor oil. So the problems don't arise immediately. First, the oil needs to make it into the small intestines, and once there, pancreatic enzymes known as lipases, I believe that's how it's pronounced, breaks down the triglycerides that make up the oil. Now, this releases ricinoleic acid, and it's this that will turn your white pants brown. Ricinoleic acid interacts with receptors in the intestinal wall, the EP3 prostaglandin receptors.
He's fine until you hit science shit, people. Yeah.
Really?
As soon as it's the Latin-y stuff, it's like, what the fuck?
Activating these causes the smooth muscles surrounding the intestines to contract more strongly. The intestines usually move the contents forward using coordinated muscular contractions called peristalsis. Castor oil essentially pushes that system into overdrive. The contractions become stronger and intestinal contents move through the digestive tract more rapidly. At the same
Severe ease.
At the same time, the normal handling of water and electrolytes in the intestines is disrupted. Instead of having enough time for fluids to be absorbed back into the body, a much larger amount remains in the intestinal contents. The result? More intestinal movement plus less time to absorb water equals watery diarrhea. So if you're ever just like, I just ate that, why is it in my toilet? This is why.
Imagine giving them that and a muscle relaxant.
Oh.
Like, that would be...
Imagine I'm giving them that and diarrhea medicine. Your body wouldn't know what.
It starts going backwards,
It would just be liquid, and then you're blocked up, but you got all that liquid behind it.
It starts coming out of your mouth and out your belly button.
Yeah. You start South Parking it. You start shitting in your mouth.
You start sweating shit.
Weren't your eyes blue a minute before? And now they're, oh my God. Is that corn in your eyeball? What is that? So that's the science. Even though it was, enunciated poorly. But what does it actually feel like?
Science,
So after the horrid taste and the urge to vomit from absolute disgustingness of having to swallow it, it takes about 30 to 60 minutes for the stomach discomfort and nausea to really kick in. Between another hour or two, and you'll feel severe intestinal cramping, and the urge will start. And for maybe the next 6 hours, you are hit with watery and very possibly explosive diarrhea and maybe vomiting. It's like, this is the best day of my life.
Yeah.
They give you all the castor oil and you're just like, ha ha, joke's on you. I've been constipated for a week and a half. This is about to get real weird.
And a fully charged phone. We're good.
Like, joke's on you. I'm German and I'm going to look you right in the eye as I do it.
That would plane a cut to England.
I think that would be the only way to really combat this, is if while you're shitting yourself, you just look them straight.
Yeah.
Like, no, you look at me, motherfucker, while I do this, and then just the smell just wafts.
So be proud.
Yeah. I'm doing this, and you can't make me feel bad about it. Just raising your arms in victory. Yeah, yeah, here it comes. Like you're on the world's grossest roller coaster.
Like, jokes on you, I ain't cleaning this up after.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it this way. I like it. It makes me feel alive. Now, along with the constant shitting, you will suffer from fluid loss, electrolyte disturbance, hypotension, possibly fainting, kidney stress, the effects not completely going away for upwards of 12 hours. And the more it's used, the worse things can get. Now, we can jump forward a bit from the Nazis in 1933 to 1936 and the Spanish Civil War in the early Franco dictatorship. Phalangists, who are ultra-nationalists, anti-communist, anti-capitalist, anti-democrat, and anti-liberal, and other nationalist supporters, forced Republican-associated women to drink castor oil, commonly combined with shaving women's heads and parading them publicly while the oil took effect. With one of the most extreme cases of this happening to a young girl named Maria Martin Lopez. Born in Pedro Bernardo, northwest of Madrid in 1930, her parents were poor working people. Her father was a day laborer, and her mother, Faustina Lopez Gonzalez, cleaned and cooked in the other people's homes. And when Maria was just 6, the Civil War reached Pedro Bernardo, and her mother was taken away along with other local women. The nationalist force came in and physically separated Maria from her mother. Faustina was imprisoned and was told that if she could produce 1,000 pesetas, which was around $118 or 25 pounds at the time, she could be free. Otherwise, she was dead. She didn't have that kind of money, so on September 21st, she was executed, and her body dumped into a roadside mass grave with around 30 other victims. And because Maria was the daughter of a woman identified with the defeated political enemy, she then became a target at 6. 6 fucking years old.
This is the start of her supervillain arc.
Yes. Well, it could have been. It very well could have been. And she would have been. It's Magneto with the Holocaust. I mean, this is where, yeah.
You think the little kid's like, joke's on you, motherfuckers. I've only just been potty trained. I'm well versed and shitting myself.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
She gets it so many times, she gets a superpower, and now she can do like with the Would You Rather. You want to fart the whole time you're flying, and she can fly. And
she's just shitting.
Now, she would be taken to Guardia Civil barracks, where she was forced to consume castor oil mixed with hot chili peppers. So, it's not just horrible, it's horrible burning.
It's upside down Chipotle.
What did I have Taco Bell? This is usually just what happens with Taco Bell. Now, in 2011 interview, Maria claimed she was subjected to this treatment dozens of times from the ages of 6 to 17. Maria would have severe diarrhea and would sometimes faint and collapse. Her and her sisters were also reportedly stoned and harassed while they were forced to walk through the village covered in their own excrement.
Being stoned doesn't sound too bad. She's just like,
I mean, if you're going to make me shit, at least, come on. And then a rock just in the side of the head. And she's like, oh, that kind. Oh, that's different. Oh, never mind. I don't like that at all. Oh, sir, I don't like it. Now, around this same time, Ioannis Metaxas and his 4th of August regime in Greece was actively trying to stamp out the KKE, or the Communist Party of Greece, while suppressing socialists, trade unions, intellectuals, and all others that weren't complete right-wing nut jobs.
I was going to say, what is it with those that when they come up with their little abbreviations, they always sound so, like, dickish. You know what I mean? The KKE.
The KKE.
You can tell what that is a mile away. It's just
like you're communist, right? You have a K in there. It means you're communist.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's such a harsh letter. Yeah, it doesn't sound delightful at all.
No. Now, when they would arrest an enemy of the regime, they would go into interrogation mode. They wanted names of other communists, organizers, meeting place, underground networks, etc., by any means necessary. Then they wanted the prisoner to sign a declaration of repentance, publicly renouncing communism. And this is something that they would post. They would publish it so everybody who was in the communist, underground or whatever could see that these people had turned on them and ostracized them.
Keep an eye on their Insta stories.
Exactly. Well, what TikToks do we have today? Yeah. Now, this is where the
just your one dancing for 15 seconds shitting herself.
They're shitting themselves just going, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Now, this is where the castor oil came in. Now, according to historians, the interrogator would have 3 glasses of castor oil, 30 drams, 75 drams, and 100 drams, or about 96 grams, 240 grams, and 320 grams. So if the prisoner refused to answer questions or sign the declaration, they would be given the 30-dram dose. Then they would continue. If the interrogator still didn't get the answers in about 30 minutes, the prisoner would be given the 75-dram dose. Then the other 100 after about 4 hours. So 205 drams or 656 grams, about 23 ounces. And once the oil
7.42 liters. It's just roughly around 1.5 kilometers. You just keep throwing out I don't even know what that
just
works out for
gonna
liters.
throw out numbers. There will be a number that somebody will go, oh, okay, now I understand that. Yeah, it's
4.
about half a big gulp. Just yeah. Well, for us in America, we know. Yeah, it's about half a big.
I'm gonna Google how big is a big gulp.
Hold on.
How big is a big gulp in liters? Here we go, people. We're getting the real information with real measurement units, not freedom fucking units. So
I said grams. You know grams.
A regular big gulp is just shy of 1 liter, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not a hell of a lot bigger than average bottle of Coke. It's like 75 milliliters or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Yeah. Big gulp holds 32 US fluid ounces. 32 freedom units.
It's a third of an eagle's nest.
Yeah.
It's 9 Glocks full of castor oil.
9 Glocks?
Yeah.
All right. I was literally about to say how many 5.56 rounds can you fit into one of the big cups.
If you were shooting this many AK-47s.
Yeah.
No. So once the oil kicked in, the prisoner would be locked in a cell with no toilet, and they would be left to shit themselves, possibly for sometimes more than 5 days without being cleaned up. But this wasn't the worst of it. Some sources describe prisoners being stripped naked and made to sit on a block of ice while being subjected to the castor oil. Now, I couldn't find if the prisoners were left on ice while they crapped themselves blind, leading to frozen puddles of creamy shit.
So you know what, Kev?
But I can imagine.
That's some cold shit.
That's some cold shit. And he puts on the glasses. Yeah! Bum, bum, da. Enter the Who. Now, when this treatment is given too much, too fast, prisoners might have to be hospitalized for dysentery, which would be transferred through all the shitting going on, and possible pneumonia, from sitting on giant blocks of ice.
Yeah.
And all the shit. But political punishment from fascist dictators wasn't the only time it was used. In the 1950s and 60s, Superintendent Roy Gallage of the Westbrook Farm Home for Boys in Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia, instituted an extremely harsh disciplinary regime, which included forced castor oil ingestion. And some of the horribly atrocious and offensive, I'm going to read that again because my words just got all like jumbled.
I thought you said forced castration for a second.
That might be worse.
Yeah, just with Superintendent Chalmers, yeah.
That might be worse. Some of the horrible and atrocious offenses the boys committed to justifying receiving these punishments were things like eating raw cabbage from Roy's garden or wetting their pants. About to wet their pants a lot more.
I was going to say, yeah, if he has a problem with them wetting their pants, what else?
You wet your pants?
Themselves?
I don't like it when it's in the front. I only like it when it's in the back. Give him the oil.
God damn.
But you're going to think that maybe if you come out with shit in your pants to begin with, then maybe he'll be like, that's a good boy.
Yeah, punishing yourself.
That's a good boy. Also, eating stolen cauliflower, eating green beans and 1 pea, eating carrots from the garden, and the worst of all, possessing 1 peach.
What? This dude had autism. That's
Listen,
what
I don't know if you've been diagnosed with something, but you're on the spectrum.
Yeah, he needed even numbers.
You're good with eating those green beans, but I swear to God, you eat that 1 pea and that throws us on the odds.
Yeah.
He ate it. Get the oil.
Yep. Eat him.
Now, former
his pants. Make him sew his pants.
Well, you got to think that maybe he's watching them do this, and then he's going back to his office, turning the lights down low, maybe putting on some Marvin Gaye and having himself a good old time.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, more than likely.
Mm.
Now, former inmate Alfred Fletch gave testimony that Gallage forced a bottle of castor oil down a boy's throat so violently that the boy's teeth were broken. And another boy nearly suffocated from the force feeding and had to be hospitalized. Now, I would imagine the kid was probably trying to keep his mouth closed, and they just jammed it in there and snapped some of his teeth.
Yeah. He shitting his own teeth out then.
I swallowed them. Don't worry, we'll get them back.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Now, there was a mass breakout in May of 1961, followed by the Schwarzen Inquiry. The inquiry investigated conditions and abuse, and Gallage was subsequently replaced, but he never faced prosecution. Again, the 60s, they didn't see this.
Where is he? Let's go get him.
He's
Let's go get him, people.
He was in Australia.
I'm not going that far.
I'm sure there's big, scary animals and little scary animals in Australia, and I don't plan on going. No, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just so any of our fans in Australia know, if we ever do a tour, we will not be coming there because you guys have a lot of scary shit that I don't want to deal with. And my mouse died.
Kevin's mouse died.
My mouse just
his poor little pet mouse just died.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I still have a keyboard I can do stuff with.
Yeah. I don't like the Australians. You hear that, Dodsy?
It's nothing about.
I'm talking to you.
It's not the people. It's not the people. It's all the animals that live there, which some of them are people, I'm sure. Anyway, no, we love you, Australia.
Well, allegedly, an Aussie that's in my sim racing group has subscribed to us or something like that. I don't know. But if he has, fuck you, Dodsy.
Listen, if you want us to come to Australia, do something about your fucking spiders, all right? I'm not coming there as long as you have those big-ass fucking spiders. Huntsman spiders that are everywhere.
Or provide us with flamethrowers.
Yes. No, because then half the country is getting set on fire. And they've been through that already.
Every time something moves, Kev's like, Plah! It's like, Kevin, it's
coming right for us! No, no, we go on tour. I'm sure we could do something like Sydney or Adelaide.
It's like hotter Southern American states right there. It's like Texas, but fucking huge.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Now, to a place we definitely will never go to. There's
England.
They're both banned just because. Specifically, the residential school system, mostly between the 1890s and the 1960s. Now, there are accounts from indigenous survivors who remember being forced to drink castor oil as punishment. Government reports and academic research
froze again. Jesus.
I did internally.
For fuck's sake, because you were so still, you're just like.
One Canadian government report even described children being forced to drink an entire pitcher of castor oil for misbehaving. Other survivors remember having it poured down their throats, and some specifically said the point was to give them diarrhea. Survivor Dorothy Moore, for example, claimed that when she complained of stomach pain at a residential school, she was given an entire bottle of castor oil, remembering having her face pushed into her own vomit. And Julietta Francois, a student at Blue Quills Indian Residential School in Alberta, said that she was given castor oil daily. Now, we don't know exactly how common this was. We don't know how many residential schools did it or how many children it happened to. And castor oil was a legitimate medicine at the time, so just because records show that schools had castor oil doesn't automatically mean they were used as a punishment.
Yeah.
But there are enough firsthand accounts and official investigations that we know at least some of these schools absolutely were using it wrong. Like this Blue Quills Indian Residential School that I mentioned, they had like 3 gallons of stuff on site. It's like that's a lot of shit medicine.
Christ. Yeah, so it's always one of those things. Is like, always think it's like, do you think they're up to no good with shit like that? Then usually they are. You know, especially all those schools, and you hear some of the stories of like schools here and stuff. You know, It's like, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Now, there was never anything particularly sinister about castor oil itself. Thousands of years it was medicine. People used it for constipation or skin care, hair care. Parents kept it in the homes. Doctors prescribed it. And for generations, it was just another bottle sitting in the medicine cabinet. But eventually, somebody figured out that the exact thing that made it useful as medicine could also make it useful as punishment. You don't need a whip. You didn't need a dungeon. You didn't even necessarily need to leave a mark on someone. You could force somebody to drink enough castor oil and let their own digestive system do the work. The cramps, the nausea, the diarrhea were bad enough. But in places like Fascist Italy, that was just the beginning. A politician could be dragged through his own town after losing control of his bowels. A political prisoner could be locked in a cell without access to a toilet. A child could be force-fed it because they stole a piece of fruit. And maybe that's why castor oil shows up in so many completely different places. Fascist Italy, Francoist Spain,
Amazon,
police in Greece, Amazon, children's institution in Australia and Canada. They weren't all following one continuous tradition. They simply recognized the same ugly possibility in something completely ordinary. Castor oil wasn't designed to hurt anyone. It wasn't invented as a weapon.
Just
there
like
was
a hammer.
no execution. Yeah, there was no executioner who created it and perfected it. It was medicine. People figured out how to turn it into torture.
Of course they did.
Yeah. So you ever see anybody coming at you with a bottle of castor oil, you turn around and run the other way.
Yeah, it's like some fucker sitting there with a big giant stick and be like, you know what we can use this for? We use it to build a house. We can use it to put a light on top so we can see where we're going at night time. You know, we can use it to steer a ship. Or we can use it to hit some fucker over the head. You know,
exactly.
Multi-use.
Yeah. Well, Dan, you got any pop culture? I don't know how much pop culture. I mean, there's like the cartoons of the kids having to take the castor oil and being like, and stuff like that. But
I didn't look it up.
I gave you plenty of time when my internet was going fucking haywire.
That's true. I was too busy taking snips of you pulling funny faces because I took a second one the next time around.
Did you?
Yeah. Enid Blyton references it quite a lot, apparently. He's a famous child book author person. Do you ever hear of Enid Blyton?
I don't think so.
All right. Stand By Me. It's in Stand By Me. It's what your man eats in the pie eating contest, what he drinks to make him puke it all up.
Right.
And apparently it's all over TikTok wellness. Which probably isn't a good thing.
That is not a surprise that it's all coming back around on TikTok.
Yeah. That does not surprise me whatsoever.
No.
But as you said already, cartoons like Tom and Jerry and stuff like that have references to it and stuff like that. But
pretty much anytime you see an old cartoon and the kid or the character is trying to get them to take medicine and they're like fighting it, it's more likely
castor oil. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the stuff is just absolutely fucking horrendous. Yeah. No, yeah. I moved my... Yeah. Anyway, thank you to our patrons, Willow Quinn Fowler, Sam, and Molly Mitchell. You can sign up as well at patreon.com/torturepod. 1 week of our cult leader tier for free. And like I said at the beginning of the show, go to torture.podview.com to connect with us on all the socials and to connect with us through email. There's a little place on there where you just type up your question and it sends it right to us. We're also on Facebook. You can email us, torturepod@gmail.com. Buymeacoffee.com/torturepod to donate. Redbubble.com/people/torturepod for merch. All Pride merch profits donated to the Trevor Project. Go rate us and review us wherever you can. Dan, you had put something forth before about wanting to do a cancer.
Yeah. Short version for that. For everybody who's both Kevin and I have lost a parent to cancer this year. Yep. So, certainly would like to do something.
Yeah.
You know, like get some merch up that's specific for it to pick something then for it to be donated to. Stuff,
yeah, one of the various cancers or just in general.
Yeah.
might need to get a hold of if you are a podcaster and you listen to this show. First off, thank you. Secondly, get a hold of us, torturepod@gmail.com. And if this is something you would want to collaborate on, I would love to get a bunch of podcasters together, just do like a month-long thing.
Yeah.
Of the podcast. Also, I've wanted to do the Scares That Care thing, all the horrors thing again.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Last time.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I would love to do more stuff like that, just to give back.
Yeah. Well, we know a very prominent podcaster. We can actually say to him about see if he can put something out to see if we can do something.
Yeah, and he has a large pool to pull from.
Yeah.
As far as other people that would want to. Of course, most of his are like finance people, and yeah. Anyway, thank you to our sponsors. You can support us by supporting them. Hint for our next episode: they'll never forget tearing you in two.
Bone tomahawk.
Ooh, just right down the middle. That's the one scene that everybody goes to in that movie. That movie is so fucking good, but that's the only scene that anybody ever talks about in that movie. But that Bone Tomahawk is.
Well, I was talking about the baby farm to somebody the other day. They were talking about how disgusting somebody looked in something, and I said, "Watch Bone Tomahawk." Wait for the baby farm scene.
Yeah.
I was like, then come back to me. I said, "Looks like the average Saturday night in a nightclub in England." Yeah.
Because that's when really the horror movie part of it starts.
Yeah.
Is when they get to that all that stuff. Before that, it's just your
typical Western.
Standard Western.
Yeah, which are
which
two of my favorite
genres
genres combined right into one. They did a great job where aliens and cowboys fucked up when they decided to combine sci-fi.
It could have been so good. I was still entertained by it. But they could have made that a lot better.
I always wanted something that, and I was kind of thinking about writing something at one stage, just kind of like nearly like The Witcher meets Western type thing.
The Witcher's almost a Western.
It kind of is nearly, but like more
fantasy Western,
more deep into the Western side of things. You know what I mean, like monster hunter Westerny stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Hey, Dan, any words of wisdom?
Oh, I actually did have something written down. It's on my goddamn phone.
Words of wisdom: don't let your wife play Candy Crush.
That's fucking bang on right there. Yeah. The worst thing, I actually genuinely 100% had something written on the damn thing. God, you're gonna have to think. Don't fuck with an Italian's mustache.
There you go. That's a good piece of advice. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah. And don't make Alfredo sauce. Make the real shit.
Yeah, the real shit. Cream sauce. Yeah. Dude, some spicy Cajun chicken and some spicy broccoli mixed in with that fettuccine and that cream sauce. My God.
My pepper sauce is basically Alfredo, but with extra stuff in it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the great thing with that Alfredo is you can put a ton of shit in it.
Yeah.
You know, just cheese and cream, and then just add whatever else you want. The one of the ones I had last was roasted garlic and had bacon bits in it. It's fucking, oh God.
We nearly had the exact same dinner then, Kevin, except I had the pepper thing done with it.
Yeah. It's so fucking good. God damn, it was good. I have more in there I'll probably have for lunch. All right, everybody. Take care of yourself.
More, but I'd shit myself.
Take care of one another and enjoy looking at all those little men running around your table while you're eating your mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Ciao, Bella.